Variables in Uppaal. In Uppaal, we have four types of variables. First two types is integer and boolean, and these two types it's similar what we have learned in C++. So the declaration, the use of integer and boolean is exactly similar to C and C++. The new two types is clock and channels. As you know, clock is used for control the timed automata, while the channel is used for communication the time automata. So let's see the first type is integer. The integer it starts with the keyword int, and the range of this number is from minus 32,768 to 32,768. So in default, if you're not specific the range of these types, so it will take the range from minus 32,000 to 32,000. So the second type, which is Boolean. So the Booleans, it's take two values, the true or false only, and this actually is used for express conditions. And the keywords is bool. So let's see now how we can declare these type of variables in Uppaal. So the first is integer. As we mentioned, the keyword is int. So int and then follow up with the variable's name. So in this example, the first example is we declare two variables, number one and number two, from integers with the type integers, and here we declare a variables a, but here we specify the range of these types. So the range of this type is from 0 to 100. So as you see here, there is no range, so the range here is take the default range as we explained in the previous slides. Here it's an integer. Here is declaring the array is not a variable integer, but it's array, and this array with 100 elements. Here we define array is not integer, but here is we have an array of 100 integers, 100 element. The second one is also is array, but this array is multi-dimensional array, the type of integer. Last sentence, we declare also a variables. The variables is b, but these variables here have with range from 0 to 5. So here we declare a variable b with the range from 0 to 5, and the initial value here is p. The initial value of p is 0. So here the different type of declarations from the type integer. So the Boolean actually also it's take the value here true or false. So as we say, the keyword here is bool. So in this first declaration, we declare variable. The name of the variable is yes, and this type is Boolean. So the initial value is true. Here we declare two array P and C, and each array, and the first array take 8 elements of Boolean, and the second array with 4 elements of Boolean. Constant actually is not new types, but these types is come with another, or this keyword is come with another types. So in the first sentence here we declare one variables the variables it's a and take their value 1. But here, since we mentioned that is constants, that means this variable is take only this value. And similar to the integers, here we declare a variable. The name of the variable is no, and the value is false, and only false, because we declare this is as constant. So let's see now the other two types of opals, which is the clocks and channels. So we start with the clocks. Actually, the clocks is used for schedule the process, to control the process. So the keyword of clocks is clock. So the second one is the channel. The channel is used for synchronize the process in the time automata model, and the keyword is shown.
When we use the time automata, sender and receiver should use the same channel. However, the sender should come with an exclamation while receiver it's marks with question mark.
There is many types of the channels. There is organ channel, there is broadcast channel. We will see this type of channel and the use of each this type. So here the origin channel. Okay, first the keyword is origin channel. Origin channel. So the origin channel. The origin channel actually is used when there is high priority for some channels or for some transition. So there is no delay in the origin channel, and this type of channel it's freeze the time. So the time in origin channel is 0. The declaration or the keyword of origin channel, it's origin channel. The second type of channel is the broadcast channel. Broadcast channel actually when you have one channel or one sender, and this sender is want to send to many receivers. So we use the broadcast channel. So you can imagine you have only one sender in the first part, while in the second part we have many receivers. So we use this type of channel, and the keyword of this channel is just broadcast channel. So how we declare the clock and the channel in Uppaal? So the clock actually is just one type of clock. So we have clock X and Y. So here we define two clock X and Y. The channel, as we said, it's the simple one is the normal channel. Here we define one channel. The name is D. Here we define three type of channel, and all of the three is organ. And these three types is organ channel. The third here we define one channel, but this channel is broadcast channel. Similar to other language, Uppaal also can create functions and procedures to perform a specific task. So we can break down our code and create some functions or procedures based on our needs, and then we can call this function when we need to call it. So let's see how we can write. As we say, it's similar to another language. So here, if you are familiar with C, here exactly what we write in C++. So we just here is we define a functions that add two numbers together and then return the sum of these two numbers. So here is procedures. So the procedures doesn't return any value. It's just do some task and then back to the main program. So here we just sent two value A and B and then swap between these two value and back to the main sequence of the program. So maybe you can see here what the difference between functions and procedures. So the procedure is just perform a task and back, while the function also is perform the task but produce a new value. Similar to here, we return with new value, which is the sum of A and B. So now where and how we can call this function. For example, if we create a function is cube and then we want to return or we want to call this function, so the functions actually can be called from anywhere. You can call the function or from the assignment places or comparison places or locations or from the edge or from the declaration. So any place it can be used. You can use this function for in any place of these places, while the procedure also can be placed anywhere but cannot be used in assignment or the comparison. We cannot compare the procedures with, for example, another variables because the procedures doesn't return any value or doesn't produce a new value.